Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview, March 15th, 2016 on a Tuesday, as we are still in the beginning of our trading week. Traders, great to be with you. This is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders come to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Absolutely beautiful outside, nice and cool, bright blue sunny skies, blue water on the Gulf of Thailand. But my friends, winter is over in Thailand. About 2 hours from now, we'll be cooking over here. We can fry an egg on the balcony. Yeah, the weather's changing. It's getting hot. All right, traders, we got a lot to talk about. Got some data to talk about. And we have 6 currency pairs with trade plans and setups. So let's get started. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I just want you to know that I do record this during the Asia session. So if you look at this at London, you got to look back about 12 candles and you'll be able to see where I started. Also, if you look where my indicators are, that shows whether to take the trade down or up. That'll give you a good idea. That's where I started the presentation. All right, traders, I started trading in the year of 2006, and in 2008 I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic in the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, I got on the Big Bird, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate. Well, traders, I'm in my 8th year, and I am still here in Pattaya, Thailand, and absolutely love it. And I enjoy trading Forex in Asia, all because of the time zone. I do not have to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So that is absolutely wonderful. I worked night shift my whole career, so it's nice to sleep at night now. Traders, how do I trade? Well, I listen to fundamentals, of course, every day, all day long. I pay for a news feed. You have to know what's going on around the world. We're macro traders. We trade the globe. We don't just trade the euro dollar, right? So you have to know what's going on. You have to know who's going to be speaking. You have to know what data is coming out. And for me, if I have it in the background and it's speaking, it's better because I really don't have the time to be sitting down and reading news data. I need to have it spoken to me so I can hear it, and then I'll read it. But yeah, so fundamentals are very part of trading. I mean, I think if you have to have both today, you have to have technicals and fundamentals. Let's talk about technicals. I use technical charts. I am a technician. I much rather trade technically myself. I really enjoy reading support, resistance, candlestick patterns, price action, price structure, and more than anything, price failure, right? We love price failure. It means you're at resistance and it's turning and it's going, we're going to get a downtrend for a little bit. We can make some pips, right? Well, vice versa. So, yeah, I love trading technically, and yesterday was a technical trade. And very slow yesterday, very, very slow yesterday. But there were pips to be made. You know why? Because it was very slow moving. And we didn't get the pullbacks we wanted to, but the pairs just sort of mingled in their trend, and we'll get to that in just a second. Well, traders, that's a little bit about me and my trading. Let's get rid of the risk disclaimer. Can't talk this morning. It's very early over here in Thailand. It's currently 1940 hours on Wall Street, and it is 7:40 a.m. in Thailand. So I've been at my charts for over an hour setting this up, and doing my research. So yeah, it's been a long morning already, and I had a surgery on my eyes, and I have an eye appointment, and that's why I'm so early this morning. Okay, so risk disclaimer: Forex trading has a large potential risk, but also a large potential of rewards. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most of all, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's take a look at news and commentary. How'd the markets close yesterday? Anybody know? Well, don't worry about it. You don't have to know. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. Okay, the Dow 30 closed positive 0.9%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.13%. The NASDAQ closed positive 0.4%. And the small cap 2000 closed negative 1.19%. So I would say that was a pretty sluggish day on Wall Street. That's for sure. Let's go over to the Eurozone. The DAX closed positive 1.62%, and the FTSE 100 closed 0.57%, with the CAC 40 closing 0.31%, and the Eurostoxx 50 closing positive 0.54%. Everybody closed positive, and I have to say with some pretty nice numbers. All right, let's go over to the to the Asia part of the world, and that's where I'm at. And some of these are open, and some of them are closed, and I'll let you know which ones. The Nikkei 225, which is currently trading, is positive 0.18%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is negative 0.42%. The China A50, which opens in about 45 minutes, closed yesterday at 0.45% in the green. And the Hang Seng, which opens again in 45 minutes, closed yesterday positive 1.17%. The Kospi out of Seoul is currently trading, and it is positive 0.33%. So that gives you an idea what the numbers were. Let's take a look at what has happened. All right, so high impact was late in New York, and no, I was not awake. Governor Wheeler spoke, and monetary policy meeting minutes came out about 10 minutes ago, which would been 19:30 on Wall Street and 7:30 in Thailand. That's a high impact news event. Today in Asia, very important, we have the BOJ is giving its interest rate decision. They're not expecting any change from what I was reading and listening to yesterday. They think they're going to hold off for another 3 months and see if their stimulus that they did before will take some grip and head on. So that is about it as far as that goes. And then, of course, after the rate decision, the BOJ will have a press conference. So that's what's going on. We got a lot of medium impact, but I'm going to tell you, man, are we looking at another slow day? The U.S. session, we have core retail sales. That'll be a big one. The consensus is negative 0.2%. Previous was negative 0.1%. So they're looking at a decline for core retail sales. It's kind of strange, huh? So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. And what else we have going on? We have, in the U.S., we have PPI coming out, and that'll be 1 hour before the New York Stock Exchange opens. That is a high impact news event. And that will wrap up our trading day. So we have plenty of news to much better than yesterday. We got a lot of medium impact. Please check your economic calendar. If you don't have an economic calendar, come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions, where you can find a beautiful economic calendar. And also, if you need a demo account or a live account, they'll be more than happy to help you out and get you started on this wonderful journey as a career in trading. All right, commentary. Well, like I said, I think I said it during this. Yesterday was very, very slow, very little price action, and you'll see that in the charts. However, there was a couple of pips to be made. You just had to ride the wave, and you never got your pullbacks. And that happens, so you just have to be aware of that. But I think today's going to be a great day. Unfortunately, I am going to miss most of Asia. Yeah, for those of you who know, I had major eye surgery on December 24th. I had new cataracts taken out and new lenses putting in. I wore glasses for like 25 years, 30 years of my life, and I don't have to wear glasses anymore. And man, it is great. If anybody, your doctor ever says you need lens replacements, get it done. And don't listen to these people where they say, oh, you got to do one eye and come back 2 months later and do the next eye. I had both eyes done at the same time. Just go in there and get it done. You'll thank me someday in the future, I promise. All right, let's get to the charts. Here's the euro dollar. This is what I'm talking about. You see how the euro just sloped down, came up to the 200 exponential moving average. Now it's sloping back up. So really, I I am not interested in taking price here. I want this to break this 200 exponential moving average. However, we can use the support zone, that yellow line. We can use the daily pivot as resistance. So, but we need to break this 200, and we'll sell it at 1.1069, and we'll take profit at the S3 pivot at 1.0951. So this is a nice trade, and we just need price action to kick in, and I think that will happen. And this will be a euro open trade. This is definitely not going to do this in Asia. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the pound. Same thing. You see how this just wiggled its way into the downside? However, it did work yesterday in our trade plan, but like I said, it never gave us a pullback. So you had to be pretty smart and say, listen, this is going down. Let me take a shot and put in an intelligent stop. And what happens gets to the 200. Now this pair, we've already closed resistance because that candle is closed below that 200 exponential moving average. So we want to enter this at 1.4271. We'll get out at S3. Pivot point at 1.4178. So this is an entry now. If you want to take this entry now, you got a really little drawdown. You're just going to go up above the candle next with that big red candle. Just go up above those other candles, maybe 3 or 5 pips, and take it down. So your risk is really low on this trade, and you have a possibility to make some good pips here. All right. Really, it's over 100 pips, right? 42.71 to 41.78. Yeah. So you can make 100 pips if this works. And like I said, we have some catalysts to move the markets today, so that's a great thing. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar did great yesterday, hit our take profit. It was a great trade yesterday. However, it did give us a pullback yesterday, and we were able to get in this. And now we're wanting to do the same thing. To refresh your memory, if you remember yesterday, we put a Fibonacci tool on the chart, and we were waiting for it to come back to the 50% and then take it up. And folks, that's exactly what we did, and it worked. Okay, so we made. I didn't take that Aussie trade. I took the New Zealand trade and the Euro Aussie trade yesterday. So I did not take the Aussie trade. So we're coming up to resistance. We're ready to sell this baby. Let's sell it at 0.7522. Let's get out at 0.7487 and make some pips. Just waiting for this. This pair, I think we're going to get some good action out of here, and hopefully to do some good stair stepping for us so we can do that. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Really slow. I know it's not even a sloppy. It's not moving. It is not moving, my friends. And that big blue candle helped us make a little bit of pips on this trade, but not many. Okay, not many. I think I made 16 pips on this trade yesterday. Nothing. It was not. I mean, there was just no price action at all, and it was most of that for most of the pairs. Now, let me show you. So we have a close below the daily pivot. So we're ready to enter this, and we want to enter this at 1.4761. We want to sell this at 1.4591, and we will exit the trade and make some good pips here. So yeah, that's about 100 pips, 102 pips. So yeah. So and I don't think you need to wait for the London Open. If you got another bearish candle after this, and you're listening to this and you're seeing this video in Asia, you can jump into this trade. This is tradable right now. Go get it. You don't have to wait for London Open for this one. Get some confirmation with another candle and jump on in. And your drawdown is so small, just above the 200 exponential moving average for your stop, and go. Right? If it closes above the 200 exponential moving average, apparently this pair is going to go up. Right? So get out. And yeah, just I rather take it. Traders, I'm all about money management, and just take a 7 to 12 pip hit instead of a 40 or a 50 pip hit, and just re-enter it. If you have to re-enter it, re-enter it. That's not uncommon in Forex trading, where people re-enter 2 and 3 times, and then bam, they make 100 pips. Well, if you got to do that, that's okay. All right. This is the pair that made some pips for me yesterday. Those three red candles absolutely worked in our trade plan. What was the problem here? Yeah, no pullback. This thing just dumped off and did not give us a pullback. You basically had to be in front of your screens watching this. And then it finished that and went sideways for the end of New York and into Asia. So now we're in our pullback mode, and we're pulling back to the daily pivot point, which is resistance, and we want to sell this at 126.31. We'll get out at the 200 exponential moving average, which is also the S1 pivot, at 125.87. Nice, easy trade plan, traders, and I think this can do really, really well. The best trade of the day was this one. Look at this trade. This trade, if you remember the charts from yesterday, worked out very, very well. And you had one pullback, and that was that big blue candle, came back up to the 200, and that was your signal to go short. Right? Got a red candle below the 200, and man, that's it. Go. What you draw down, probably about 13 pips above those. It's not a double top. It looks like a double top, or above the next level, and just they're all one basically. And see if it works. And baby, it worked. Yeah, that was my bread and butter yesterday. And I got out way before the end of the run, by the way, because I don't like keeping trades open when I'm sleeping. Why? Because I don't sleep. So I didn't keep the trade open. There's a nice trade here. We're going to get in at 0.6684. We'll get out at 0.6657. Yes, it is only a 30-pip trade. I'm being very cautious because of support, and take a look up left of the chart. And you can see the current candle is a red candle. Why is that? Yeah, it's reacting to that support that's left of the chart. Price action left of the chart. So, but you know I am so bearish in the New Zealand dollar, it is crazy. And it's just not going to get any better, and I'm going to continue to stay bearish on the New Zealand dollar. Okay? All right, trade is only 2 minutes over time.